Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the EPIC45 with Intel,
45.
sponsored by Aces Rug and Overclocker. So welcome back, guys, to fortunately be my final cast of the day. But I'm joined by Arazaz. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm really excited actually. It's a big
Very
fixture. Friends with a lot of the guys at 8sins, and I've also managed to build some relationships with some of the guys at Arbor, so I'm really looking forward to this one.
Oh, I agree with man. We got a big lineup today in this best of three series. These two teams have been doing really well in this epic line. Unfortunately, sometimes you gotta lose one to gain one. You feel me? Sometimes being the best is really difficult. But for now, how about this? How about let's talk about Aixens. You
Okay.
seem to be know quite a lot about Aixens.
Yeah, no, they're a team. I've known them for many years. I guess you could say right now they're headlined by players such as Wolfie, who has been around and has been competing. Coalesce is one of the teams he used to play with. We had Docs and players like Azulu, Leaf, and so on. And yeah, he's someone who's got lots of mechanical skill. He's got the X factor. He's playing as an anchor at the moment, so any bomb site you go into is pretty much locked down.
Nice.
Within, he's probably considered one of the best AWPers in the UK scene for quite some time, and the reason why is because he's very efficient. When you watch him, it doesn't feel like he's doing too much mechanically, but his brain it's always on gear. Moz, very locked in, and always doing what's best for business. He always likes to stay doing what's best for business. And Cherian, that's another player to bring up. He's star fragger, very aggressive, and Dutchy, of course, very experienced IGL.
So I think I got to fix my tie. So this tie is very annoying. Actually, the tie's so nice. Okay, enough about the tie. Let's talk about AAB. AAB is a Danish team with players like Boyo, Vigo, QX, Sync, and Stesso. Funny enough, yeah, there's a little fun fact here. I was speaking to AAB. The guys, he's actually really nice. I personally,
really good
I,
guys.
I really do like them. Like they're very nice Danish, and their players are amazing. Like the recent the match we cast, which was versus them Iberian Souls. Stesso, a 30 kill, but unfortunately couldn't close the map off against Iberian Souls. Of course, Iberian Souls were always a better team, but of course, if you look at Iberian Souls' history playing the previous one, they played in what, like ESL Pro League, close qualifiers for 22,
Right.
competed United 21, European Pro League as well. Fortunately, they didn't really do well in these tournaments, but hopefully Epic Clan will be the one where they can redeem themselves.
For sure.
But they've been, I've noticed a pattern. I've noticed a pattern with this team.
Hit me.
When the teams play against with similar skill level and they're going against very similar skill like battles,
You're right.
they do really well in there because they read what they do.
Yeah,
But-
they're familiar with it, yeah.
But when they go for a little bit better, I feel like that's what they struggle because they kind of find it difficult to really find themselves settled in the games. Because particularly if we look at the recent matchup, let's use the ESL Pro League Open Qualifiers on 50th. They played against a team called Hester. Of course, the first map, Mirage, 13-11, really close, cool button. But AAB, of course, now you kind of get the pattern now. If it's their own map pick, they feel very comfortable. And Asian particularly, they got, 13-6, but unfortunately lost it in Nubis
For sure.
overtime to a 13-16.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of talented players on that Arbor team, and I think it's going to be quite challenging actually for Asins. Obviously, Arbor are the favourites, and do have to be honest with you, Asins haven't been that good against European competition.
Very true. They struggled quite a lot, especially who played? It was TLR, wasn't it?
8sins, I mean, yes. Thing is with 8sins is, like, for example, if you look at some of the HLTV in the Winline close qualifiers, I think it was the close qualifiers.
Yeah.
And other events as well. I think the only match that they had a victory on was against Eco Warriors, and respect to them, they're not strongest opposition, so not that much of an impressive win. Overall, they've been very weak against European competition, so this is not looking good for them actually.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I think Aixens. I feel like this is like sort of a reality touch for Aixens, particularly. They do really well. They really end themselves into playoffs, in the grand finals, in the UK scene. But I feel like once it gets international, I think that's where Aixens really do struggle, especially when the new signing, if I'm correct, the new signing of Cherian,
Yes.
a Dutch player.
Superstar.
He's having a little bit of a struggle to get himself into the server. But I feel like, of course, when it's a new signing, it's a little bit of a challenge they have to come across. But they did destroy Bezel boys like teams in like Max Man,
Yeah. Mighty Max.
Mighty Max,
Proper
Thomas.
endpoint heritage, that guy.
Look, they destroyed UKCS heritage. Where on the AAB on their side, but you know they got coached by Exilian.
Yeah. Danish legend. IGL, that guy is like a mentor to the scene. Something I spoke to Nicholas, who you might see soon. He was talking about how, whilst the AAB roster is fairly new, right? Lots of different players are coming together now. A lot of them were with Exilian at the beginning. So the strat book's quite similar, the philosophy of the game, how they all work together. And we know about Danish, what they love, teamwork. So when they all have these sort of similar philosophies, they come together well. And that's maybe why they're doing so well already. Like, it's not been that long and they're getting quite a few good results.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with you. AAB, I feel like Danish Counter-Strike has always been the best Counter, unfortunately, but throughout the past couple of years, they really have been struggling to really get themselves back in the tier 1. I really do have hope because there's a lot of competition going around a player called XQZ.
Yes, I think it was
talks.
QX or XQ?
Yeah,
QX,
XQ. It's QX.
that's right.
People say he's a future Danish talent. By the way, the fun fact for the people watching at home, this is his first official signing. Like his first professional team. And he's coming to Kettering. Hey, man, that's the biggest honor that we could really take on board. But there's one more thing we missed out for Exint, the new coach, who head coach that got signed.
Yeah, he got announced recently. He's been around the scene a little bit, most recently with Metasport, a team that's been excelling in Europe. Coach was Abdi. The head coach was Abdi, and he's a guy that is
performance coach. He's a performance coach.
So,
man.
no. So the 8sins coach now was a performance coach. Abdi is the head coach. So I'd assume what's probably happened when he was in Metasport, he's just following under what I like to call the Pep Guardiola of Swedish CS, and he's probably been teaching him a bit and all that sort of stuff. And now from the school of Abdi has come a new coach for 8sins.
The school of Abdi is crazy, but you know. One thing I would like to point out is just like if we're talking about Abdi is amazing.
Lovely guy. Amazing.
He had these struggles, especially at the recent Austin Major. But it's still an accomplishment to really qualify for the major. Especially the major, 100%. Austin Major was really difficult. Okay, let's get away from Sweden, the Austin Major, but let's get straight into the veto.
Definitely,
now we can see that the trains get banned, Mirage gets banned. Of course, AAB is gonna pick up.
Interesting pick,
Ancient is their confident map.
Yeah.
Particularly, they're going to go straight for the CT side, understandable.
No, it'll be 8sins on the CT side. Yeah. And then with that, Nuke has been picked by 8sins, and will be ARB starting on the CT side. It's quite an interesting one because against the Bezos boys, 8sins completely destroyed them on Nuke. And, there's not that much intel actually on 8sins and Nuke. So this is going to be a very interesting one. The ban from Arbor on Anubis and Dust to ban 8sins, and it's going to Inferno. And this is a really interesting thing for us, right? Arbor really good on Inferno.
Oh, we've seen on how they played against Iberians, especially on the T side. On the CT side, it's a little bit of a concern. There's no denying that.
Yes.
The CT side is a little bit weak. But on the T side, I feel like they'd be able to convert so much more and they'd be able to do so much more. But I feel like I can always say I hate Inferno. I feel like it's all momentum based. It's easy you can get yourself into the game or you can't get yourself into the game. But in the next couple of minutes, hopefully we'll be getting straight into the game. But
yeah, so let's get into the ancient game a little bit more in detail, right? So this is the thing. ARB have got it's a 66.7% win rate. They've been taking it by storm. It's their strongest map for sure. So I understand why they picked it. But here's an interesting thing. Do you remember what happened against NXT? They were down 9-3. 8sins. They were down 9-3.
Oh my god.
And what happened after that? You can run through that.
So pretty much from a 9-3, they won. It's a back-to-back 10 win streak, and NXT got humbled.
10 rounds in a row.
By the way, NXT. Recently, before EPIC45, and EPIC45, they were actually entered into the Winline competition tournament in the best of 3. Moment they came to Kettering, they lost unfortunately to a 2-0 series. Fortunately, they couldn't do nothing much, but still, perhaps then they lost to Eyeballers. But getting back to Ancient, Ancient is that type of map. I don't say CT or T side. You know the reason why I say that? Because the way the map is designed, the way it the team play around this map is like. If you do bad on the T side, you'll be able to convert it back in the CT side, especially because I feel like I've been looking at a lot of pro plays recently. I've been watching analysis last night because I couldn't sleep for nothing. I couldn't sleep. If my life was online, I couldn't sleep.
That excited?
Exactly.
But what will happen is probably see a lot of pushing from Cherian. And it's going to be an interesting veto. So I think the game is going to be going live soon. And here we go. Going to be a very exciting one as we now get into the game here. Take us away, Jaffa.
Let's go straight into the first pistol round. Of course, Vigo gonna play the aggressive mid, trying to get in information. Cherin now notices that where the players are moving. It's a little bit slowed down now. The pace has slowed down dramatically. 3 players already at cave, and with the Julius with the support of Moz.
So, bit of a slow pistol here from Arbor. And the Danes here with just a smoke and a flash. There's a P250 on Vigo. He's been exploring middle. He's slowly advancing over towards Donut. Will be taken down by Cherian, who's peeked in through Red Room. They will fall back, and now it will be a fast reaction over towards mid here. There is Cherian who's trying to find some more, but won't get any more kills here. Running onto this A bomb site. It's going to be all for Dachi to try and do something. He's got a kit. He'll try and stay alive, doing a fair bit of damage, but the bomb will be planted. It's going to be an exciting one here. A 5 versus 4 retake. Numbers advantage for 8-Sins, but it's QX, the Pugger, the new star. He finds 2, trying to peek out. It's Wolfie, the mechanical master, will take down Stesso, and now with just a bit over half time on the bomb, Whiffin will be finding a kill here with the Berettas. There's a kit in play here for Dutchy. 2 players in Donut here for Arbor, as now they're both trying to find the diffuser. They'll tap his head, but not enough damage done. It will be diffused from Dutchy, the leader, getting the lead there for 8-Sins.
Arbor was a little bit more of a difficult round. I feel like they had the momentum. Everything was working according to plan. Everything went according to plan. They went straight to they already got early mid control and rotated away straight to the A side. But I feel now it's a little bit of a challenge now for them now to really get themselves back in. Because that would have been an easy Arbor round, but not to worry. Arbor were able to come back in with another force buy.
Now, here with the force, it's Arbor on these Galils. A few Tech 9s as well, and a wealthy amount of utility here. Slowly creeping their way up through heaven. It's Vigo who walks through the smoke, and I think the players will come out through elbow soon here to get control. Charion currently jump spotting, however, trying to get some information. Nothing found yet, though, as a very slow round here from Arbor. We'll see. Ooh, a jump spot there from Dutchy.
How's Dutchy? He sees Vigo's head, doesn't peek just yet. He's gonna push back. Throws a grenade, and 2 players are already here. 1 player's running cave. Vigo's gonna try to rotate to mid, but Sharon already gets the kill on sync.
Now it's going to be lots of nade pressure coming in here. It will be Charion who's found, and the number advantage conceded. 8-Sins, who did have the first kill in the round, will give it back up, and now it's a 4v4. And I'll tell you now for free, on the T side, a 4v4 is actually an advantage for them because there's a lot more angles to hold, and there's going to be aggression coming in here from 8-Sins to try and get some information back, and it's an excellent reaction. Vigo does manage to get a kill back, but the information's gathered, and now the players are feeling a little bit awkward here. They're trying to just jiggle and take a fight here and there. Unfortunately for Dachi, he'll be the one that falls. It's Boy who will get that kill, and it's a reaction onto the A bomb site. Hold on a second. Moz is lying in wait, and I'm not entirely sure that they're aware he is the A player. He's still here. Bomb will be attempted to be planted. It's Moz who will find a kill, and Testesso finds a second. Can he get the 3rd kill? It's an amazing, sensational 3K from Moz, the Anchor Masterclass.
Moz stay on the A side is, I think, that was a really good call. I feel like when you're especially anchoring, it's about having the patience. Moz, I feel like the team knew exactly how they want to play this off. I knew exactly how Ab play, because I feel like this is Ab's confident pick. This is their map pick, and they really, honestly, really do love this map. It's always the first map, the go-to map, the confident map. But now Ab is not looking too great, especially on the T side. We need to get something started sooner or later, because we've seen how it go down.
Bit of a slow pistol. Eco, I should say. QX, what a kill that is. Charion will be taken down, and it's the drive-by and a recovered M4 for QX, so they'll be able to do some here. Vigo spotted over towards the red room, and interesting to see how they carry this one out. Players coming back over towards heaven, and Dutchy would have heard this. Actually, Whiffin's managed to get a kill back, and numbers are even. Stevens creeping over towards the heaven area. Is Dutchy lying in wait? Will he be checked? It doesn't look like he will. Sinking into the floor there. poor Danish player. And it's down to his 3 teammates here.
3 players on ramp, 3 players already on site. They can't really rotate anywhere, only Deagles. And an M4 to really propel themselves straight into, but QX gets the first kill. And now it's Moz on the short angle. One more player with the MP9 ready to play the aggressive move. Dutchy. He might. Overall, he might play for it. He ready reads it. Stesso gets the first kill. Doesn't get the first kill. Can you get the second kill? But of course, Kuxi stops him now with the M4 very low on health. And half the health he needs to keep his team alive. And Moz already reads that he's going straight for the A site. He has a lot of angles to worry about. One player's playing cave, one player's playing towards CT. Why he's going to tuck himself in cave, try to position himself, play for timing. They have the kit on them. They can play for how long, how he wants to play for. With a money and a grenade, there's not much that QX can really do. All they can do is really just check angles and play for timing. Wolfie, he gets the first one. Could he get the second one? Take down Mouse, but it's a little bit weird. Spits out the pistol, but wrong timing. But Mouse shots Ab down once again, and Aixin's on the 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and I have to give credit to QX there. It was a good attempt there, but Moz, he's been really proving himself here on Ancient. He's been anchoring extremely well, and his rotations have been even better. And I think he was one of the key reasons as to why he managed to take down Go Next earlier on in this event, and he's really stepping it up for his team here. 4 kills in the last 2 rounds. That 3k was super important, and now this other kill to seal out this 1 versus 1. Alba start off in a disadvantage.
Disadvantage already. To pick up the ADP in these rounds is probably quite a desperate buy. They're trying their best to really get themselves started, but of course Cherry wants to play the aggressive mode, but QS returns the favor, and one more player is already there. If they are planning to go towards it, they need to be aware and really check the deep angles. Dutchy will play it out. He's going to try to play a little bit aggressive. Now he knows that there's one more player on tap, but spams through the wall, takes down Vigo. Will he see Boys? Though he does it, but Boys returns the favor and shuts down Dutchy in a 4v3 situation. Aixins are losing this map control quite quickly.
And now, here with the numbers advantage, there's 50 seconds left on the clock here, and each player has to hold their own. Will be a rotation coming in from Whiffen over towards the B bomb site, and looking to reinforce that. And if you have a look at the top left of your screens, Alba is slowly working their way towards there as well. Will Whiffen peek into this angle? It will be a missed shot here from Sync. And presence will surely be known here as the AWPs there. There's probably more people protecting him, and there's going to be a contact up on the ramp here. Wolfie, will he be able to capture good timing here? He's really focused on this cave position. Whiffen covering him on the left there, so I assume Wolfie will swing on his contact. He's able to find one, but Whiffen has fallen before that. Moz with a very important kill there. If he can find one more, this is totally doable actually. He's done a fair bit of damage onto Sync, and actually manages to find him. He knows the player's in cave. It's Stesso and Moz in a 1 versus 1, but Stesso prevails for the Danes, and they're off the mark.
They're already starting off strong and really honestly got themselves back into the game is very important now in these rounds. Because I've noticed most teams after what, the 5th round, the 3rd, 4th round, this is where they really struggle to get themselves back in. But I've just done it with ease, and I've done damage towards the Aixin's economy, and Ab have a strong economy with at least a full buy, but losing the AVP on the way.
Now, a bit of a tactical timeout here, and it's surprisingly from Aixins. And to be honest with you, I kind of like this because they've lost their first round here, and obviously money's not too good. And they could have easily just gone into this next one thinking like, whatever, we'll just move on and get back into this game. But it looks as though they're trying to keep a firm hold of the momentum that they've already built up here, and it's very good. Guarding against complacency, and listen, I don't hate it. It's a great timed timeout from Dutchy, as we will now get back into the round now.
Indeed, it is. Taking the time out is probably the most logical thing for them really do for 18 to really get themselves back into this game. I think it's important now to cause a timeout, try to figure out what is going wrong, how did we lose that round, and what can we do better for the next round. But it seems like 3 players are positioning one player at ramp and whiffing with the scout to see if we can find any information just yet. And 2 players in cave. Dutchy's caught himself a little bit of a dilemma with the support of Wolfie. Was getting mollied out. Jiggled it. Gets one. Did he get a double? He gets a double somehow eventually. And Stesso, he's on the ramp. He's like there's no value of them going straight for the A, straight for B. They're gonna switch up sides. And Dutchy picking up the AK, which is something they should have not done, but fortunately you can't unfix the mistakes you have done. But it seems it's gonna be it's gonna be an A side execution overall.
And the kill there from QX onto Dutchy, and he recovered AK given away, and Stesso helping to be a round fixer here for them. It's a 3 versus 3. Whiffen very patient there with the aim. Eventually does get a shot, but gets shut down himself, and it's Stesso who will be the criminal to take him down. 2 players are low, so this is doable. Cherian will pick up the scout, and if he's able to get 3 players low, this is very doable. Missed shot there if he was to get that one. It could be panic stations here for Arbor. The Danish outfit, 3 players on the bomb site, and they haven't even taken any map control, so they've got no idea what's going on. It could be coming from Rampage Cave, but there's the information. A very well-timed molly. It's Sink who finds Moz, and Cherian forced to save here. In a round that was extremely doable. Maybe if he was a bit more quiet there on his approach through Cave, he could have found one, because a lot of these players didn't see any, well, take any map control on that B bomb site. And as you know, when you are playing on the B bomb site, you want at least, I mean, depending on the utility you have, you want at least like 2 of the primary zones, I like to call them, either towards ramp and long, or, you know, ramp in cave, or even long in cave, because with that you have confirmation that there won't be any flankers or any of the sort, and gives you more space to work around. All 3 players were pinched on that bomb site, and despite the fact that they did have no intel on where a player was coming from, they did manage to somehow save it. That's 2 rounds in a row for them there, and yeah, looking good for Arbor.
Yeah, of course, Asins with a 2400 loss bonus. It's not too bad. At least you got a scout. Get some decent weapons. Of course, it's gonna be eco. Should be easy game for Arbor to really honestly take this game out of their hand. Just play aggressive. Honestly, don't play scared. But what I would say that 3 players, it seems to be a gamble. 4 players. I mean, apologies. 4 players gamble at A, but I feel like this is the wrong gamble overall. But in your experience playing professional Counter-Strike here, how would you respond? How would you play this, especially in eco?
I mean, thing is you want to do something together, right? At the moment they have sent 4 players over towards the B bomb site, and they've got that 1 player over towards A who's, you know, watching for any flanks and maintaining control. And what they've done here is very good. Like, they've taken control of the bomb site, they've smoked Flong, they've sent the SMG first in here, and even though he's died there, Vigo, and it's a 4 versus 4, just giving up an SMG, it doesn't really matter. Like, it will be recovered now by Dutchy, but there's nothing really they can do with it. Okay, that's a crazy show. But unfortunately, this will be a round win for Arbor, and yeah, doing something together. Doing something together and taking your time and punishing any aggression, because that's usually what you want to do as a CT player when you're on a low light, right? You want to try and get the advantage back for your team, because you're on a disadvantage by using the pistols, and perhaps use some of the guns. And oh, that's a really good kill there to save that AK, and that will really help the money, because Cherian will be. You won't see the effects now, of course, but he won't have to invest as much. And if they are to lose a round, and or if there are players to die, he'll be able to drop for his teammate and maybe get Whiffen on the AWP.
What I would say is this: now Aba's giving out 3 weapons. Honestly, that Axins are doing their bit. They're doing their job. They're damaging the economy off Abba. Well, on Axins, the economy is still looking good. Of course, Whiffen's gonna. I think he's gonna go for the AVP for the next round for sure. But it seems to be a 4. It's gonna be a same execution of maybe a 4B. Yeah, it is going to be a full A execution. My bad, apologies. A full A execution, a full player's site. Modern by himself, stuck in cave. He's going to try and flash himself out, trying to get the first kill, but can't get anything done now. Cherian taking the swing out, gets for the second kill. Could he go for a triple kill? There's another player on site. He's going to get, and Wolfie with the support. Now it's QX by himself. This is a disaster class. Getting smoked off. There's nothing else that he can do. He's stuck in the cave. And for sure, they're gonna hunt him down unless QX can pull off the impossible.
And that's something that, you know, is a big pattern here for 8sins. Their A side of the map has been extremely strong. Moz has been I mean, he's dead now, but he was a big contributor there. Cherian was the one to swing out and get himself 3 kills here. Obviously, QX, it's very unlikely that he'll win this round. He's got 45 seconds to work with, but this attempted rush from Arbor, maybe that's going to be a lesson learned for them to not try and test the A bomb site as much. Something that teams like to do in general on Ancient is they like to hit B often, as the round will go way of 8sins. And when you hit A often, when you hit B often, I mean B and mid, it's because there's more to work with. Looking at the A side of the map, the only entry point really is A main. That's a horrible choke point to play against. Unless you take mid control first and then go through donut and split A, then it's a bit more doable, right? So CTs like to start with more mids and more B. Sometimes they leave the A bomb site open. The counterplay to that, obviously, is to throw out a random A rush and try catch the opponent off guard. Moz likes to play the A bomb site, and they're going to have to learn the hard way that this is not the destination for them, and they can't really get a cheap one. So yeah, lesson learned.
I think lesson will be learned overall. I think this is where the conversation needs to have about Abba on how was he playing, but the timing is so bad for Vigo. He picks up the AK at least, but Cherian now he's got the information. There's one more player mid. He's getting spammed out, but with not much utility for Abba to really trying to push him out. Joshua and Moz, he's already on the cave. Not gonna do anything. Not gonna do anything just yet, because I feel like Abba is gonna try to play for time, not play too aggressive just yet. 3 CT players on B, 1 on A. They could rotate to A if they want to, because they already have 1 player mid lurking, trying to find any information, and 1 player as well. Actually, no, that is transferred, but actually, Whiff is going to try to play aggressive, taking out Singh, but of course, Vigo returns the favor back to him, and now Stetson, yeah, it's going to be a full rush into cave, and now it's Moss by himself. He needs to defend the side by himself and try to prevent any teams getting any kills. He gets to 1 kill, but now it's a 3v2 straight, and QX gets a 2nd kill, and now Wolfie in a 1v3 recapture side, but yeah, he's probably going to save the AK for the next round.
Yeah, I mean, the aggression there from within, they didn't have enough information, and the push was very good. He got the kill. I do wonder, did he stay around for too long? Because had he got that kill and fallen back, it would have put a lot of pressure onto Arbor, because obviously 8sins would have known where they were going. Moz had that smoke, and he did a very good job actually to smoke it off and hold. Unfortunately, only to get 1, but you know, sometimes that's all you can get. But the number difference there really punishing 8sins, and I do just want to point out, right, this QX guy, he's been lurking A main, and he's been doing an excellent job at picking the right time and the right place to pretty much seal the round out for his team. Honestly, if I was a player right now and I was looking at QX, especially with this Steam profile picture, like, it's just completely, I would be so tilted, honestly, man. Like, this guy come out of nowhere, he's farming everyone, he's got 11 kills, 6 deaths to his name. It's his first team. Like where has he come from? Is the Danish talent that's about to just, you know, completely set the scene alight, isn't it?
But yeah, another tactical timeout will be called by 8sins. One more, taking the 2nd time, maybe 8sins are getting worried now on how Abba is really responding to the firepower, and how the defense is lacking overall.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Here in this tactical timeout will be 8sins perhaps looking at how they can adapt now, because it's been a few round losses in a row here, and in the last 4 they've only won 1. So it's an interesting one. To be honest with you, if I was Dutchy, I would look at perhaps trying to get a bit more aggressive and in their face now, because they've been giving up the lane control fairly easily, and I've basically been doing whatever they want, throwing grenades around the map and pulling rotations and pulling off whatever sort of fake they feel they need, and it's not been good. As here we will see 8sins running very fast down the middle area, and it's a bit of a different approach here from Arbor in this one. I think they must have been expecting the aggression because of that timeout, and this is the mind games that will be played at this level. You know, just taking a timeout kind of tells Arbor that something's going to change. And oh, Dutchy playing over towards Ramp. That's a very fortunate jiggle there from Boy, but oh, a bit careless there. He saw there was two initially, and he still wide swung into Whiffen. I think he wanted to catch Dutchy off before he was able to escape, and instead he's the one that's being caught, honestly.
Yeah, he does. Dutchy, he's playing with his food right now. He doesn't want to play too direct because he knows that with AKs, with the MP9, because the MP9 it's a very dangerous weapon up front, but if you have a better reaction and accuracy, AK or overall. There's always something interesting about these games. The pace is always slowing down mid-round. Always slowing it down, but of course Dutch is going to try and spam through this because Vigo's now got the information that they've never played there. Okay. Dutchy gets the first guy to get the second kill, but QX prevents him this happening. And now they got information on where these players are, and Wolfie will tuck himself in the corner, but Wolfie gets shot down by Sing. Now it's Whiffen with the AVP on top of it. Get blocked off with vision. One will be planted, but Cherry spam through the smoke, takes out QX now. It's a 2v3 situation with 8 sins with a one-man advantage. And a defuse kit to play with, so they know for sure. Play for time. Yeah, second.
1v2.
Now the 1v1 situation. He's gonna pick up the M4. Whiffen is gonna give it a one tap, trying to get a reaction, but somehow he does the job done, and he defuses and 8 sin somehow clutches this game.
Yeah, and absolutely, the kit was a key factor there, as you'd mentioned, and it let Whiffen take his time, and you know he's a very patient player, and it pays off for him. I just want to highlight that round there from Wolfie. He was in an excellent position actually. So the position he was playing, not next to the pillar, but in that cubby, it makes it so he's not exposed to cave, but you can still see Ramp. And when you walk up that position, you actually see the shadow first. So it's really unfortunate for him, Wolfie. He should have been able to get that kill, and the round would look completely different. But still able to close it out, and they win the 3v2. And it's actually going to be a bit of a change. They're going to head over towards A here. They don't have much utility, Arbor. And Whiffen, who's playing over towards A bomb site, will be able to find that first kill into Vigo. Going to fall back, but the bomb site has fallen. The rotations are very, very quick here. And before the bombs even planted, there were already 3 players in CT. Trying to spam through the smokers, being good for them. Key factor is going to be this engagement over towards mid. There's a lurk in here from Sync, and it's Dutchy working his brain against the AWP of Arbor, and he's going to be ready for this. Is that anti-strat, or is he just a genius? He makes this a lot easier for his team, and while he has been killed, they do know that there's less players on the bomb site to defend. Flash is coming out, and he's going to be pushed here. Jumping SMG kill there from Wolfie, taking out Boy down to a 2 versus 3. It's getting very close right now. The AWP will stick. He will defuse, and the spray coming in. He won't be able to get the rifler. It's Arbor that lose the round. Once again, trying to hit that A bomb site. It's just not working for them. 8 sins. Excellent on the retakes, aren't they?
I agree. 8 sins, their retakes on the A side is where they do. It's where they do their magic, even on the B side. But Arbor is really struggling. I think now we're kind of seeing the flaws of this team, on where they're struggling. They have momentum. They have the skill. They have they're perfecting everything, but I feel like their defense on preventing 8 sins in retaking sides is where they struggle. Now they can't go rush, they can't play aggressive anymore. Yeah. Their doors already getting blocked with the smokes. Utility is preventing them from doing anything, man.
Yeah, and absolutely, it's a bit of a weaker buy now for them now that they got to deal with, and this is a really good news here for 8 sins because they're up to 6. If they win this, they basically win the half. Oh, hold on a second. A twist in the tail. It's an M4 recovered for free. And a 5 versus 4 for Arbor. They are in a good position still, though, 8 sins, I'd say, as there's no information. Well, sorry, I should say they haven't crossed over towards mid, so there is full information that no one's over towards mid, which means that Whiffen can just hold this line here. This smoke changing that, however, and well-timed HG grenade. Will he find someone? No, he evades it. Players over towards donut. They know the AWP's there, so they're going to charge down with those close-range weapons. There's a kill with a Molotov, actually, and also the AWP having to pull out the pistol instead. Maybe he should have stuck with the sniper there, Whiffen. He'll be taken down, and now it's a 1 versus 2, and so much damage done already there for Arbor. And honestly, it might not be a round win, but I'll probably say a moral win there for Arbor, isn't it? Because to be honest with you, didn't have a big investment there. And it's actually punished the economy a little bit here of the 8 Sins contingent. They're having to look at who's going to have to play with... although they managed to get the M4s, but have a look at Dutchy's grenades. Not the... no HE grenade, and he's the cave player with the best spawn. So with that, the Arbor players will be able to run up heaven.
Pretty much, yeah. And also with 2900 numbers from Arbor, they could be able to really rebuy themselves onto this final round. But QX gets killed by Charlie with the flashes. This is what I mean, the utility and the rotations. That is 8 Sins are calling, man. This is the map pick of the Arbor squad and the Danish, man.
Yeah.
This is what they should be, perfection and sync by himself. But when he keeps this team alive, he gets a double. He could be that one player that this Arbor squad needs to keep himself, to give them good numbers on the first half, being on the T side. No one's gonna play too aggressive just yet. Not to give any free kills down. Wolfie, he's really working towards his way to Wolfie, and Wolfie at 12 health only. This is looking very dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be honestly, I think this is a round done here. Although I'm not a big fan of that smoke being thrown because whatever. I mean, it could have sent Sync to go the opposite way. Wolfie would have got that killed regardless. No one's checking behind that tree, right? But nevertheless, it's an 8-4 round win. Oh, round win there for 8 Sins, and they get onto this map pick of Arbor with 8-4. I mean, that's crazy. Who would have thought? This is the strong point here for Arbor. I know 8 Sins are fairly good on their CT side. They completely shut out Go Next, and here they only gave away 4 rounds. And well, I think a key factor here could be the fact that they don't know too much about 8 Sins here, Arbor.
8 Sins Harbor. Now they swap on take on the T side with only a Molly ball and mostly Shields ball, and we'll see on how Arbor's CT defense will actually really defend. But of course, I think they've already got the information. Really, 2 duties ready on hand. They're ready spamming through it. It's a nice clean shed.
Oh,
a beautiful death match. What I like to say.
Yeah, a bit of a meat grinder there, and I think speaking to one of the 8 Sins people earlier, and they were telling us like they wanted to really get in the face of Arbor on this T side, and wanted to really show off, especially on the pistol round, and really set the pace. And it's a team kill from Boy. Felix will be taken down, and Cherian also getting another one. Hold on a second, this round isn't over. A player is low here. If you can find him, her headshot's all that's required on one of the other players. Oh, he's managed to find Vigo, but having to reload, and they bite on that weakness of Cherian. It's a pistol round win for Arbor, and yeah, as I was saying before, they wanted to get in their faces, but the meat grinder of the 8 Sins team, well, of Arbor, stops the 8 Sins rush, and yeah, they really wanted to get in their faces, and I do wonder, is that going to be a bit of a dampener on the morale?
I think so, yeah. It'll be a little bit more challenging now. 8 Sins, their CT side campaign was very, very strong. Now, it's swapped. All 8 Sins were able to return to favor them. It's looking challenging. It's a little bit more difficult now. They're all going straight for the A rush now. I don't think the CT defense realized just yet, as 2 players are mid and there's no one on A, and it's a free bomb site now. But that's already got the information. He gets the first. Can he get the second? Prevent the bomb plant. Yes, he does. He put out the duties, and he gets the third and the fourth. But nicely timed, and Albert cleans it up. But 8 Sins do. Did they get a bomb plant? No, they didn't get no bomb plant. No. This is what I mean.
That would be nice,
they play fast. Oh, sorry, but they play too fast.
And so, it's going to be a buy here from the 8 Sins team. There's 4 SMGs for Arbor. I would be surprised if they didn't run a bit of a fast round here, because, I mean, they've got the SMGs. 8 Sins trying to do a little bit similar to what they've done before. It's actually a full-on A rush. Here comes the smoke over towards CT, and smoke over towards Donut as well. They're going to be throwing a molly over towards Brokey and over towards the backside. Very standard and default A rush here, and it's actually caught Arbor off by surprise, because they headed over towards B. They weren't really expecting a fast rush onto A, and honestly, a great call here from Dutch to start off this round.
Alba, it's going to be a very difficult retake, but Stesso gets the first kill and Vigo already taking that with it. Now it's back-to-back trades. It's a 3v2, and Aix already a one-man down, but very, very low Wolfie. If they get the timing, nice jump through smoke, but he doesn't land it, but Dutch gets the double. This round should have went to Alba, but somehow Aix's claw back the round, but the economy is a big dent on them, but it's enough to keep them going. But on the other side, it's not looking great. They have the buys, they have the utilities they require, the smoke, the flash, the grenades, but now the tactical timer will be called by the Axians for the final time.
Yeah, and it's actually quite an interesting one from Masons, because I mean they won the round, right? I don't know. I've seen some discussions about this amongst other players, and some people always wonder, should you call a timeout when you've just won a round? I mean, that could be a real dampener on your momentum. But at the same time, some people argue that it is good for the momentum, because if you think about it, it gives you time to think about what to do next, and to be a bit more calm and composed and not get overheated over just winning a single round. That was a really important win there, and I think it was a really good call from Dutchy, because usually when there's aggression with those MP9s, it's a fast cave push or it's a ramp push, something to crunch lane even with. Not often they send lots of players with SMGs over towards the A bomb site, so an excellent read there from Dutchy, definitely an economical
crisis.
Yeah, and they read that very well as we get into this next round here.
Dutchy will play aggressive, and Vigo will return to Chirian, and that's with the support of both. But Dutchy's going crazy, man. He's unstoppable. But this is the new signing that we're talking about. Wolfie goes again with the double, pushing through cave, and now Sync is by himself once again. But like the conversation we were previously talking about Dutchy, his debut wasn't that great, but now we see why this Dutch man is going crazy. We can see why Aitsin signed him up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually quite a funny one. I never thought about it that way. Dutchy signed the Dutch man, actually. Cherian playing from the Netherlands is the import here for the 8-Sins players, and yeah, maybe that's the buff he needed, right? It's having a Dutch guy coming into the team, and he's actually being on fire here for his team. He's leading by example, 15 kills. He did well on the CT side, and actually, with the call that he made over to rush on to A at the beginning there, and then he actually sealed out the round for his team, and followed by the really crucial kills over towards this round here. It's basically confirmed it for them.
Yeah. Honestly, it's now the economy is dented in ABBA now. They should be calling a timeout, which I don't seem to understand why. Of course, I understand why they don't want to call a timeout. Obviously, the coach really needs to call the timeout. I think it's the perfect time, because before things start getting out of hand, and already Aces are already on double digits on the second half of them being on the T side. ABBA has started nothing for themselves.
It's actually a very interesting topic for debate, because I mean, for me personally, when I was playing in teams and stuff at the very high level that I was, it was something I never really liked to do, to call a timeout on a round where it's kind of just pistols, because to be honest with you, it's likely you're going to lose the round, and in these timeouts you're probably hyping up your team. You're telling them, hey guys, listen, let's lock in, let's do this and do that. You're probably going to lose the round, and you end up losing, and you're like, all that hype is gone, right? But at the same time, they've got an M4 in play here, so maybe they wanted to try and figure out how to use it. I mean, I'm a big fan of them not using the timeout here. They probably didn't really need to talk too much about how they would use the interesting boost there, actually, but again, it's punished. Yeah, it would have been really interesting if they used the M4 in a better way, because if the other pistol, like eco players, that's a funny killing QX. Eco players would pardon me, would stay alive and the M4 gets the kill. It could be in for a chance.
Yeah, there is a chance for them to really come back, but understandably, you do have a fair point. It could be momentum, but momentum, there's nothing on their side. We're very deep into round 18, round 19 now. This is looking, now the timer will be called eventually by ABBA. Do you think it's too late?
Never say never, I guess you could say. Thing is, it's 8-Sins now. They are 2 rounds away from taking this first map, which is, by the way, the map pick of ABBA. And yeah, I guess you could say it's a bit too late because they've let it get to this situation here. But at the same time, they've got all these timeouts here at the end of this game, which allows them to maybe take these very crucial and very important rounds slowly. Calm, composed, and calculated. Have a look at what they need to do to try and counter the 8-6 player. Because to be honest with you, they don't really have that much of a read on them, right? This is the first time they've seen them. They don't really catch them playing in the HLTV games too often. So it's double taken by Next, and yeah, I would say it's good because now they've got a read on them, and now they can start using timeouts a bit more with a bit more analysis. But nevertheless, we are here on a very important round here. Losing this does mean match point for 8cents.
Indeed it is, and this is where AB really needs to lock in now. AB needs to lock in now. This is where they need to start getting more map control now. This is going to be an A-side execution. This is the one chance that they really have to really get themselves back into the game. Vigo will get the first kill. He needs to score his second kill. When he pulled out the wrong weapon at the wrong time. And boy, Sync and QX will be the players that can be the final saver, the lone warrior. And QX is going to push his way to mid.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really important off the plant here. Need to win this one. Arbor retake is required. And oh my god, so much damage has been done there. They take down Dutchy. Will whiff and get a good timing here. He does spot him, but even though he'd seen him first, he's taken down. And Arbor managed to avoid that map point. And, wow, like, it's really unfortunate. That was all there for 8cents. They had donut control. I mean, even the player in donut had spotted the CT first and didn't actually win that fight. The Arbor players... Maybe, I guess you could say they got away with that one because the execute was fairly well coordinated there by 8cents, and they'd actually gone 2 for 2, which is really good for the 8cents players. A 3v3 off the plant situation, more often than not, that is advantage, obviously depending on utility, advantage to the T's. So, good effort there from them.
Yes, I agree. ABBA has somehow converted. They made it impossible possible, which I'm very happy to see. Then slowly they'll be making their way back around to round, but unfortunately mistakes being made now will be capitalized by 8cents, and it shows right now 8-2 playing mid, and Moz gets flashed off and Cesar returns the favor, gets a double kill already, and 8cents already a 2-man down. Now Wolfie will get the second kill. Now QX will return to play, but now he's a little bit stuck in the cave with the molly behind. Now he's whipping in a 1v3 situation. He's really stuck. One player on cave, one player on shore, and 2 defuse kits. I'm gonna flash the smoke grenade there, but of course on the timing on Stesso, he gets him down, and ABBA have landed himself their 8th round.
Yeah, and I do wonder, like, they're getting a bit nervous maybe here, the 8cents guys, because, you know, I don't think they'd imagine that they'd be this close to taking the map pick up Arbor in the first place, and now that it started to look a little bit like reality, question is have they looked at it and said, ooh, didn't think this is going to happen, and closing it out can be quite difficult sometimes. And I think it's going to be a real mental battle here for the rest of this map, as the 8cents players will be able to buy back once more. It's going to be a broken economy if they are to lose this round, however, as the it's going to be a full investment, and the loss bonus I put them on at 2.4k there. So yeah, if Arbor are able to keep this up, it will be a really impressive comeback.
I agree. If Arbor can maintain a momentum is on their side. If one more win, it was all they needed. They could take down the entire team. The economy of 8cents is actually destroyed. There's no coming back from this. And of course, QX is going to play aggressive towards Cave and Vigo. He loves his Mac 10 and playing aggressive to keep applying pressure to this 8cents squad. All timeouts have been used up, so it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge now to really take the moment or to even breathe.
Oh, it's a good push there from Vigo, but Wolfie's ready for it, and he's the one who's been assigned the Tech 9. He's actually got an MP9 instead now, and yeah. This is a key engagement here. QX, the star for Arbor, driving star actually, and they do a fair bit of damage onto Wolfie. Gets away with his life there, but the information is gathered, and that's super crucial because they know there's 2 players over towards Cave, and logically speaking, there'll probably be a player over towards Ramp. That's why Arbor's now made this rotation over towards Red Room to try and prepare for a reaction over towards the mid to donut area. Ooh, hold on a second. What's that going on over towards A main? At the same time as the Arbor players are creeping over towards middle, there's some players who are trying to find a timing out over towards A main here. Let's see how this engagement going to go. Stessa's going to find the low Wolfie, and they knew that he was low because he'd taken so much damage through the wood. Dutchy, the fellow Scotsman, is still there to try and avenge. Oh, what's going on there with him jumping into the crosshairs, but they don't expect Boy, who gets a 2k spray transfer, which changes the narrative of this round, and the players already crept out towards CT, which QX is ready for. Oh my goodness, 8 sins in a 1 versus 3 now, Cherry, and he's going to have to pull off a magic.
The magic will only be pulled off by Cherry. He gets the first kill. Could he get the second kill? One player in Red Room. QX goes information up, of course. ABBA wins it. And now they take the AK off. Now they take Cherry takes the AK to the next room now. The economy of Aces is destroyed. But they have the one AK to keep themselves into the game. Will they prevail is the question we all have to ask.
Yeah, and like, they took that round very slowly, and as a result, ran out of time. They didn't even give a chance for Cherian to pull off a 1v3. Magic was required, and obviously, unfortunately, I don't think Cherian's quite the magician. That isn't Flame, by the way. I just haven't seen him do it in person. Now, he'll have the hero AK in this one, and the play here is to let him try and cook. Let him try and figure out what he'd be able to find here for his team. All these guys are on pistols while he's walking around with an AK. Oh, actually, I think it's gonna let him trade, but one of these blocks as he jumps into cave, and here comes the flash into cave, and QX is almost like a sixth sense. He predicted that was coming. He fell back in time. He falls after getting one, but Vigor gets the trades, and now it's a 2 versus 4, and players creeping over towards cave. As Dutchy, who's recovered the AK, but Vigor has done a good job here, actually, to keep this comfy, I guess you could say.
Comfy it is. ABBA pull off the impossible to make the possible, and this is what I love about him. After having the conversation with the owner, he really, honestly, he's the most passionate person for Counter-Strike, and this man loves this Counter-Strike. You can never ever tell me something about this man's passion. This man, after this match, you'll get to see why. You get to meet him. Honestly, please do have a conversation. He is someone that is very knowledgeable about CS, and his team, what he does for his team is, honestly, it's amazing, and it's actually beautiful.
Great guy.
I agree.
Great guy.
But the pace will be slowed down dramatically, and Sync picked up the ABP and already wedged himself in mid, but no one's in mid just yet.
And so now, if you have a look there, there's a bit of an ace stack here. One player towards Donut and a 2-man push over towards A main. That means the B bomb site's weak, and I think 8sins are looking to try and execute onto this B bomb site. It's a smoke towards long, it's a smoke towards short, and they've got some cave secured. So this is a really good position that 8sins have found themselves in here, and a bit of a blunder from Arbor. I wonder if they're overcooking a bit here. However, that is a very quick flank that is coming in here, and Vigor over towards Heaven. First kill goes the way of Moz, and oh, Whiffin was ready for it. The Brainiac, the sniper for 8sins, also able to rifle and hits a good headshot. That changes this flow of things here, as now they know there's no flank. They still got control of cave. Cherry is the one holding it, and Stesso's got a kill over towards the bomb site, and Cherry in a very key engagement here will be burned alive, and it's going to be Whiffin here in a 1 versus 3, but Sync cleans up.
Yes, indeed. ABBA somehow, now they're matched 11 to 11. 8sins need to start converting something. They need to start winning rounds. What? With a 3,400 win bonus, 3,400 loss bonus, they should be able to buy themselves back into this round. With not everything they needed. Well, round 23, we thought it was the end of the road for ABBA. Somehow, now we see why ABBA loves Ancient. And especially Stessa with 20 kills, QX 21 kills. That's why QX is the talk of the town. They're the future Danish talent, and 5 wins in a row. Honestly, props to ABBA. They made the impossible possible.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. It's been really big individual performances here from Stessa and QX. They're the ones that brought them back into this game, actually, and they're keeping at it. It's a bit of cause for concern here, 8 since they were in the lead, and quite the lead, and it's perhaps nerves kicking in, because no, they haven't done that well against European competition. They've done well domestically. It looked like they were just about to start doing, changing ways and changing the narrative. They've kind of let this one slip.
Maybe the pace was a super sick. Pulls off the wall bang with the AVP.
What a flick.
But honestly, that's so beautiful. Beautiful. But Vigo, I think he's getting the information already of where the players could be. He's tucked himself into Red Room. And he's giving Sync a warning of where they're coming. Sync has a 4-man stack right now. He's going to reposition himself already. Molly's off. Calls for reinforcements. Just gets flashed off again. Can't get himself straight into the game yet. He's about to get killed. And it's a full swarm of the site. Boys coming from CT. And another site coming from the T side. Go for the double! Oh, what the hell?
What a lineup. Stesso.
The timing is so bad. 8 sins, you have just cooked yourself. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, that was remarkable. The timing, the lineup there, spraying him down. What a way to put your team into that point. Yeah, like, Stesso, again, you were bringing this up earlier in the pre-match. He has been putting up numbers here for his team. His HLTV stats haven't been that good, so I guess he's found some comfort here in Kettering. Could be a new second home, as we now are here with 8 Sins trying to take it to overtime. They had so many opportunities to get onto match point, but it's actually match point now for Arba. Oh, a great headshot there from Dutchy onto Sync. And 2 kills going back the way of Arba, taking down Whiffen and Wolfie. A double W duo have been taken down. Estesso takes down Cherian as well. I was going to say that this map looked like it could have been over here, but that was a very important kill here from the IGL. Dutchy now on 21 kills, is also doing his best to try and keep his team in this. Moz and Dutchy, long-time buddies, long-time teammates. And it's going to be a very scary afterplant.
A 3v2 situation. This retake is going to be life or death for this team now. Vigo is already making his way onto the CT side. One player going to hold cave. Wolsey check the angle is the most important part. One in cave, one's on top of heaven. Boy, he gets the first kill but doesn't get it much. Prevents it. They have the defuse kit. Now it's Dutchy in cave. Dutchy needs to play for time. QX is gonna go defuse. The defuse is gonna happen, and ABBA takes the first map off 8 Sins. What a game! This looks like 8 Sins should have closed this game so much earlier, but of course ABBA with the comeback on the CT side. And honestly, the play speaks for itself. Especially like QX, Stesso, Sync, they're all having their impact. Especially, I will not lie, it did come late, but I think it's important for us to realize it came when they needed to. They stepped up to the plate, and I understand why are these players, why QX is the talk of the town.
Yeah, definitely. I have to say that QX has been a very good player here for Arbor, especially in this event. But credit also going towards Dutchy, who did keep his team the heart beating for quite so long. I would say that it is quite unfortunate for 8 Sins, and do just hope that they keep the mental strong, because it is a bit of a tilter to concede such a lead, especially this pistol round. It was key actually to help Barber getting some rounds back. But, yeah, to no avail. Maybe they'll have confidence actually from that, because let's be honest, it was their map pick, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. This is the ABBA's favorite map. They do really well in this map. This is a map they haven't lost in quite some time. But we also got to point out some flaws in ABBA. Their CT, the first part of CT, was looked very. Actually, no, I lied. I mean, their CT was good to a certain extent, where they weren't able to retake side. They weren't prepared. I feel like how would I say this word? They're not very vigilant of rotation, because I think that's what 8 Sins did really well. They threw them off guard multiple times. But on the T side for ABBA, I think that's the biggest weakness. I understand why they went for the T side first, then on the CT side. I think that's where they were more confident on. Get the worst thing done and focus on the best part.
Yeah, no, definitely. It can be a very CT-sided map. Some teams, it's very interesting because some teams are really strong on their T side strategically, and it becomes a T-sided map for them. But it wasn't the case here. Both of these teams definitely preferring the CT sides, and yeah, again, I just have to say it was a good effort from 8sins, but I really feel as though they should have closed that one out because I don't feel like there was that much of a difference in individual skill. Yes, Stesso and QX both had 20 plus kills, and it was only one player on 20 plus kills for Dutchy. But overall, I mean, like, they were hitting their shots still. Like, Moz was doing well to hold the A bomb site. We saw Dutchy running through the smoke and doing a fairly good job. Whiffin would push down and he'd get a kill. But I think there were some situations where they cooked something good, but then they overcooked. And they tried to go for a little bit more, and maybe that's just the pressure hitting.
But I would also like to make another point, especially I think when we reached the 11th point, I think the economy was their biggest weakness. Then they didn't have enough money to go for a full, but to go for the utility usage. I think that one thing also did struggle was the defense. When Albert was going for the retakes, sometimes the way Albert played is that in silence. You wouldn't like sometimes us casters we didn't even notice some parts of certain gameplay on how they really played off, and especially I think certain plays really disrupted the play. But I think it was like right timing. It wasn't like cause too late, it was too early. Is when Abba needed them. But of course, guys, we're gonna go on to a nice little mini break, and we'll see you back for our second map.
Nuke's gonna be really interesting. So make sure you stay tuned. Grab yourself some snacks and refreshments, and yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
StrapBase, the ultimate CS2 toolbox. Access the world's largest database of professional grenade lineups, automatically updated with every pro match to keep you current with the meta. Our revolutionary 2D demo viewer gives you a bird's eye view of the entire map, revealing team movements and strategies in crystal clear detail. Spot a cool execute and want the nade lineups? Watch them instantly, directly from the demo, no practice server or workshop maps required. Create and share your strats with our custom strat editor, featuring embedded nade lineups from our pro database, teammate tagging, and the personalized your role section for quick in-game reference. Get started with StrapBase today at strapbase.app.
Hello, Overclockers!
I rise and I wake and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. No cup of jokers, this is acidic. So I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm that. Look in the mirror like, I'm fitted. Looking outside like the world is all mine. Look in the mirror like, go get it. I gotta get to the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and this man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out.
I done seen these crash out. They some baby boys, I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now. I'm the best in my league and that's hands down. Understand now, got plans now, got big dreams. Now that, got big schemes since 16s, hot 16s. I started broke, then I fixed things. Might been king, I been him. Might bad, might whip clean. I been hot, that's benzene. You been not, that's cold stream. That's cold things, that's cold things. I'm motivated like Kobe. These don't know me, it's my time, check
I rise and I
Brody,
wake
yeah.
and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. No cup of jokers, this is acidic. So I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm that. Look in the mirror like, damn it, I'm fitted. Looking outside like the world is all mine. Look in the mirror like, go get it. I gotta get to the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and this man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, look what you done. Took a living woman and turned her into stone. I guess I should be thankful. You gone 'cause you chew with your mouth full. You, I should've run once I figured out that you can't work your tongue. I guess I should be grateful. You're gone, I mean that was painful. Like I said, I'm really glad you're gone, but I'm sad to see what I've become. I was burning like a girl on fire, then you came around and put it out. You really made me think we were lovers. I let you in and underneath my covers. All I wanted was a hot girl summer, but I'm a cold bitch now, what a bummer. You really played my heart like a drummer, mentally drained me, kinda like a plumber. All I wanted was a hot girl summer, but I'm a cold bitch now, what a bummer, yeah. Who you think you are? Literally no one, if we're being honest. I guess you should be thankful. You got to spend time with an angel. You would think about me, dream about me when you're asleep. Then you wake up so empty, so cold, just like me. You really made me think we were lovers. I let you in and underneath my covers. All I wanted was a hot girl summer, but I'm a cold bitch now, what a bummer. You really played my heart like a drummer, mentally drained me, kinda like a plumber. All I wanted was a hot girl summer, but I'm a cold bitch now, what a bummer, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like I said, I'm really glad you're gone, but I'm sad to see what I've become. I was burning like a girl on fire, then you came around and put it out. You really made me think we were lovers. I let you in and underneath my covers. All I wanted was a hot girl summer, but I'm a cold bitch now, what a bummer. You really played my heart like a drummer, mentally drained me, kinda like a plumber. All I wanted was a hot girl summer, but I'm a cold bitch now, what a bummer, yeah. Ooh, yeah. got the best of me.
StratBase, the ultimate CS2 toolbox. Access the world's largest database of professional grenade lineups, automatically updated with every pro match to keep you current with the meta. Our revolutionary 2D demo viewer gives you a bird's eye view of the entire map, revealing team movements and strategies in crystal clear detail. Spot a cool execute and want the nade lineups? Watch them instantly, directly from the demo, no practice server or workshop maps required. Create and share your strats with our custom strat editor, featuring embedded nade lineups from our pro database, teammate tagging, and the personalized your role section for quick in-game reference. Get started with StratBase today at stratbase.app.
Hello, Overclockers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the current game we have, which is ABBA versus Aixins. Unfortunately, it was a huge sweep. Aixins had the upper advantage, could have closed the map up. Fortunately, they could have closed it, but somehow ABBA pulled off a 13-11. Of course, this was ABBA's map pick, Ancient, but as we're going to move on to our next map, which is Nuke.
Yeah.
So, first of all, Zara, I got a really good question. You know, as you're someone who has more experience about professional player compared to me, how do you think that went, particularly for both sides?
Well, it's quite interesting because as far as what I've heard just outside during the break is I think Arbor made a bit of a mistake with their veto. They weren't entirely sure as to why they picked into Ancient. Ancient were going to pick it anyway, and yeah, I mean it gave Ancient the opportunity to pick Nuke afterwards. So I mean you could see there it was a very I mean, listen, they're good at it. They're good at Ancient, and they should be confident on it. But sometimes you have to take into account your enemy's strengths and weaknesses. They could have maybe abused their weakness on a different map, and it could have been a much easier first map. Like now, I would assume a lot of stamina was required, like used up just to make that comeback. So it's a bit of a stumble, but it's good that they got the win.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I feel like this could have been I feel Aixin had multiple opportunities to close on. Unfortunately, I never understood why. But I also found out a little fun fact about AAB does not have their coach with them present currently due to a reason. So
Okay,
we do
reason.
not know, which is okay, but they're still
a
doing
reason.
well as a whole, as a team. Asins does have the coach.
Yeah.
Don't you think Asins do have the upper advantage as we get straight into the first map, which is Nuke?
Starting off with a bit of a technical pause here. I think the players are just getting a little bit ready first, and then.
I think that's fine. That's fine. But we should carry on from the point I was saying earlier.
Yeah, go on.
Talking about example the upper advantage, Asins should have closed them. They have actually more support in place comparing to ABBA, and actually Asins do have a coach that actually does know about working tier 2, and Asins should have closed that off. But you know, it's a new map, a new day, and we're going to go straight into Nuke with our first pistol round. On the T side, of course, it's going to be Asins. On the CT, it will be... Oh, wait. Yeah, ABBA will be on the CT side.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, as we were talking about before, it's going to be an interesting one because Asins, they got to play a map they were comfortable with, and now they picked another map that they're obviously very comfortable with. And this is a map they did extremely well in catching me, but it's going to be QX and Sync who start off the fragging. Moz gets a kill in return, and Wolfie makes even Stevens. It's a 3 versus 3, and Vigor with a very crisp 2 head. Oh, actually, it was a Vigor with a headshot, and it's Boy who got a headshot there from Heaven. Vigor cleaning up, and that's a very quick pistol round on the CT side, won by Arbor.
With Arbor, yes indeed. Arbor starting off a strong CT side campaign perfectly. They want to keep up momentum. If they want to shut down Asins, they better put up a strong performance now, because you know, Arbor has sick of tired. They don't want to play. They don't play, you know, little boys game. And now, while on Asins, they're currently they're going to put themselves in the eco, which is okay, understandably why they will put themselves in eco. But this should be a very easy clean-up round for this Arbor squad.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a bit of a quick pop here and a sort of pocket strat, but not enough utility to support in. I mean, the secondary utility obviously is not there. It's going to go around. They're going to clean up quickly. This is good. To be honest with you, I'm not a big fan that Asins made that such a quick and easy round for Arbor, because that helps keep the heat up, keeps the fire up, because they hit some pretty good shots there on that pistol of theirs. And now that they've just given them more pretty much free easy kills, it's like a mini deathmatch that they give them, right?
Don't you know as we're talking about deathmatch, I have bad history with deathmatch. Okay. Every time I hop on like CS2 deathmatch, there's always bloody spin bots. Spin bots annoy me, I swear to God. You don't know how upset I really get. I actually lose my temper. Sometimes I actually hop on like other servers, you know. Like I just hop on like different services to play deathmatch.
Yeah, no, I mean deathmatch is good. It's fun. I don't know, with age for me now. Oh, wait, hold on a second. That's a very important kill there from Vigor. That's so much confidence there that he was there. He just runs in and peeks him, clears the right side there, and Sinks managed to get another kill as well onto Whiffen, and it's a 5 versus 3.
5v3 indeed. Vigor is already behind the doors. 2 players in front of him. Would he get information just yet? They're going to try to re-smoke, and QX already got the information on how they want to play. Vigor, of course, is going to play ahead of the smoke. An outside control. If he plays on T, and boy, he gets the first. Of course, Vegan. You can never doubt it, and Dutchy with tons of flavor takes down Boyle, trying to play this sneaky game. He knows that one plays another player behind, and Stas is gonna try to push back behind now. He's now calling a little bit of a dilemma in a 4v2 situation. They're very low, and all it takes is one grenade to really take this team out. But Dutchy gets another one, and Sink sees. Now he's gonna boost on top of Red Box now.
Both players are low here, Wolfie and Dutchy. It's a really interesting thing from them here that they have Dutchy the one who's been getting some kills. I mean, this round's pretty much over, right? But something I noticed yesterday is with the Dutchy in particular, he was extremely frustrated after his loss against Aim Legion yesterday, and he's come back today with like a completely different mentality. So yeah, I think something that to see here with Dutchy is he's been shooting good. Even there, he got like a headshot while he was low. There's confidence on him, and the last map he played, he was fragging, and it'd be interesting to see how he does here, because listen, I've known Dutchy for a while, and I'll tell you this for free. He's probably one of the guys who hates losing the most I've ever seen. And he doesn't take it well, but he uses the fact that he doesn't take it well very well, if you get what I'm saying. But anyway, it's going to be like a test here for 8sins, and we managed to actually get down.
But now that was the full player rush. Now ABBA needs to rush down the site quickly as soon as possible. And Vigo gets the timing on then he charges up. But okay, this is not looking good now. They're ready on site. Two players already has the AK, but QX with a nice timing. Two players already tucked in, and Wolfie picking up the AK to really trying to keep them going. The bomb being planted, and Boy goes with the backstab, and it gets a double, but it's really nicely timed.
And so, will be pretty much mission impossible here for Moz, as he'll be taken down, and it's currently a 4-0 win streak here for Arbor. They've done very well so far here by sealing out these rounds. It got a little bit shaky there. A few of these players playing over towards the secret area. They managed to walk around and get their way into the bomb site and got a plant. However, obviously had some pistols, and despite the recovered AK there from Wolfie, not much could be done with it. There was a flank that came in from Boy, and after that, yeah, we've seen Arbor take it. It's a tactical timeout here from 8sins, and I would imagine Dutchy is having some words there to try and get the ball rolling.
Agreed. 8sins is the perfect time to call the timeout. They're 4 rounds deep. They're struggling to really get themselves started. Yes, they have the economy, have the utility. With a full loss bonus for 3400, if they do lose again, it's not really the end of the world. They can still rebuy again to the next round, But at a certain point, the questions need to be asked. Will they be able to really have a comeback, especially a team like ABBA? ABBA's on fire. Look at the KD. Sync 6-1, 6-1 from Stesso. 5 from Vigor. Honestly, man, this team, they're not stopping anytime soon, so 8sins needs to start something sooner or later. Now it's the pace is slowed down dramatically. 2 players outside. Sync knows that they might be going from the outside, but he's gonna tuck himself into the warehouse. Just yet, it's gonna slow this down. Not gonna make any silly moves just yet. One player is lurking inside the lobby. If he can find any information, Sync is gonna push back now.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. It's a huge tactical advantage here for Arbor. They've taken full control of lobby, so they know everyone's going over towards outside, and that's why the second player rotating down into secret here. Sync's the first one, and you can see at the radar there, Boy has made his way over towards B. I don't think he wants to make it obvious that there's a player down on B, so you can see he hasn't gone and joined up with Boy. He's probably just a second line of defense. But these 8sins players probably know that there's information everywhere, and that's an interesting flash there. Not effective enough as Vig was able to take down Wolfie. But these 8sins players aren't looking to head down to secret just yet.
They're trying to slow down the pace, trying to see if ABBA would move. ABBA would not move, but Stesso, he already knows that he takes Moz down. Now they're going to try to move down to secret. Time is up to Essence, 20 seconds left. Will he get the kill? Yes, he will. Now he's stuck. With him, with the AVP now, he's stuck between 2 corners. They could potentially go for it and actually go for the fight. The barrel pops out, gets the first kill. Does he get the second kill? No, he does not. AVP gets retrieved, which will be passed on to the player that truly deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sync is the sniper here for Arbor, and he does a very good job for them. And to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like we've got to see many AWPing highlights from him. It feels like there's a lot of the times been on the rifle. But yeah, I mean, overall, I do have to be honest with you. That was a really bad round from 8sins. They gave up the lobby control, and Arbor were able to walk into it extremely easily. And as a result of that, they had full information as to what was going on. There were loads of players over towards outside. They had 2 players down to secret, and they were completely confident in the fact that there wasn't going to be an immediate hit, right? And then with the door pop, hold on a second. This round's actually interesting now. Wolfie and Dutchy, they've actually taken down Vigor and QX, and they've made their way down towards the secret area. There's 3 players down there. There's a bomb as well. They're going to get the bomb down. The 4th player now grouping up with them towards secret. 2 players heading over towards ramp. They're going to have to be a bit careful here and clear because they're not entirely sure of the information here. That will buy a bit of time, or eat up a bit of time. And I think boys still waiting a little bit for a lurk. So big chunk of time eaten up already here in this after plant. This is an interesting one here because 8sins, they haven't had the most attractive buy, I guess you could say. But the AK here on Chariot, and of course they haven't managed to get a kill until just now, and it's a little bit too late for that. And Arbor, they're going to have to save here, and a very big surprise here. A big a turn in the turn in the twist, the tail. Twist in the tail, that's what I'm going for.
They killed the entire team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They did kill the entire team, but honestly speaking, 8sins, they pulled a rabbit out of the hat.
A rabbit out of a hat. Surprisingly, they land themselves to the first round after 5 rounds. After what, like a good 7-8 rounds now. They're getting themselves back in solo, but they need to. Now they got the first one. Now they need to keep on going. They need to keep applying pressure to Abba. Abba needs to feel it, because on the T side, you're supposed to dictate the pace on where the CT side should go and where they should rotate to. Now we don't really see it. They're slowing down. And QX, he's now being a little bit more aggressive to the outside, which could be a risk and reward. But no one's gonna come. No one's gonna come straight to his crosser just yet. Now they all go direct to Stesso. Will he be able to defend it and trying to push him away? Stesso takes one, returns it for Sync for the nice trade. They're gonna go for the hunt for Sync slow. They might not, but if Sync doesn't get the wrong timing, but of course they're gonna go plant down straight away. A quick plant boy throws a grenade out quick, but he dodges the grenade. But he's not gonna go under. Bomb will be planted. 45 seconds left. Full ABBA to retake.
It's an interesting one here because it's a 3 versus 3. There's a Molotov and a flash on Moz, and he's in a position where he can maybe molly the bomb. There's a few smokes, a single smoke actually on Sync. He can throw a smoke on the bomb, but Cheren's able to get a kill there. The Molotov holder, Moz has fallen. Cheren's able to trade him out, so it's 2 for 1 and makes the numbers even. Players are running out. They don't know the position of the last player, but they're clearing everything, and they're surely going to expect him in dark in just a second. Dutchy towards dark now. He'll probably be the one to play next. As right now, Cherian smoked off. He's spamming the smoke. He knows that he's not on it. He does a fair bit of damage. He's spamming again, and Dutchy gets an important 1 versus 2. The leader, again, as I've been saying, is leading by example and gets a second round there for 8sins. This guy just, he doesn't want to lose at all. This guy has been sensational all series so far. And yeah, he does it again.
This is a Dutchy clutch that this 8sin squad really needed. Now they need to keep applying their pressure. Dutchy should, the IGL, he set the standards. Now the team needs to match what he needs to do. Now it's all on them now. They have been given an open room now. The economy may not be the greatest, but it's enough just to keep them in the game and also keep forcing ABBA to push out. You want the entire concept of teams that you want to push ABBA out of their comfort zone.
Danger there, a warning shot there from the Danish sniper. It's Sync who will allow, I think that was Moz, to get away with murder. He'd almost been taken by the EPIC, but that tells them that there isn't a player over towards outside just as of yet, and that's why these outside smokes will be thrown. And they'll start to push towards outside. He has rotated in now, but he's not in a position where he'll be able to influence too much. He'll have to get the HE timing right, and oh, that's not good, is it? 2 kills going the way of Arbor. And 8sins, they're being caught a little bit. So, with this, we'll see 8sins struggle a little bit here.
Slow, steady team that we're supposed to expect, but Sync gets to kill. Now it's Wolfie by himself in a 1v4 situation. They're gonna go for the hunt, don't blame them. He goes for a second, but doesn't land the third. But of course, Boy shuts Wolfie down before it gets out of hand. This is looking, I'll be honest, it's kind of devastating to see a team like, especially like Axons. Axons it's a really good team, and they do really well in the UK scene. This is what we made the point before. When it comes to internationals, this is where they really do struggle.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, because this Axons team internationally has always been struggling quite a bit, and once again it's happening here. Even though they were so close on the previous map, it's a bit difficult for them, because I mean, I'd assume they're pretty much accustomed to the UK style, and yes, I will say the UK competition isn't as strong as you know, obviously what's available internationally, and perhaps the lack of exposure to European CS is the reason why they struggle so much, because at the moment I don't think there's a lot of slots that get allocated to the UK for European competitions, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2, and it's usually go next to currently the best UK team that take it, because they beat Axons almost all the time. With that means they're the ones who get all the European experience, and bit of news elsewhere. I think TLR are playing against that GoNext team, who took the first map off of TLR 13-7, and it just goes to show you they're so strong against European competition because they play against them a lot. Axons do not, and whilst obviously you have to play against them to get better against them, they haven't played enough at this moment in time. They're not at the stage, I think, right now where they can take on these European outfits.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Axons don't have the experience compared to NXT, and I hopefully do that. Hopefully this HLT stuff, hopefully Axons do really grow as an org, and as a team as well. Their players are amazing, and the management is honestly, I really love them. They're really all genuinely good people.
Yeah, I mean, definitely they have like the whole banner and stuff here at their LAN hall. I'd probably argue they're the most stripped out. Like, it's actually quite funny. They've got a guy with a box out in the hall, and he's using like that box as a workstation for him just behind them. And Dutchy will fall again here in this round. Aaron will walk in here and actually get a trade back. Not on the same player, but it's a kill back on the other side of the map as now. Boy, he's already down in secret. It's just too quick for Charian to deal with. 3 more players heading over towards ramp. I mean, they were going there anyway because they wanted to split B through secret, and Stesso, alongside his collaborator, Vigo. Oh, the lovely little bit of a crossfire there, and I would 8 to be an Axons fan right now.
Yes, it is. This is looking quite difficult, in fact, actually, for them to really get started. Maybe CT Sat is more where they feel more confident as a whole. For now, they need, I'll say just they need to do what they need to do, and of course, Axons will call another timeout to actually really think about on how will they play the final 2 rounds on their T side.
This tactical timeout again. I mean, they can buy here. Let's see. Dutchy's got enough money for an AK. Moz has already invested in the Mac 10. I would assume there's a pocket strat coming out here. If it was me, I would go for a partial investment so that I can buy in, like fully in the next round. They do have full loss bonus. Then again, I have very funky tendencies with my buys. I like to be a little bit like Jame. Guys, we're going to buy one guy with an AK here and 3 pistols and somehow make it work. But hey, they've agreed with me. They haven't fully invested into this one, and they've got enough money for the next round if they are to lose this one. But this could be a very quick 2-0 here if Arbor are to continue this hot streak. It's going to be a pop, it looks like. And oh, walking in through the smoke, and an enemy detected. He's been spotted as Vigo will find 2. Won't get a third. It's a 2 for 2, however. And QX has come in and he's got involved, and this A bomb site is just complete lockdown, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible now for them to get anything done to even get themselves started. I feel like this is a mental blockage. They called a timeout. I'm not particularly sure what was discussed in the timeout. Maybe we're discussing all the options and the availability and choices they have. They're in a 2v3, but Dutchy takes another player down. Okay, Dutchy in a 2v2. They could go back for an A execution if they want to.
Interesting one here, as Dutchy will actually manage to find Sync here, and Hold on, Stesso in a 1 versus 2. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. The Danes have got every single number of 8 sins, including the 8 as well. Well, they move on to 9 now, and starting to get a little bit embarrassing, isn't it?
Honestly, it really is. The comeback they have to do is going to be the most impossible. It's going to be one of them comebacks. This comeback is going to be. It has to be remarkable.
It would be legendary, wouldn't it?
It has to be. You have to put Albert to shame. I think that's the words I'm going to have to use.
Yeah.
For AKs, you're going for a full buy. You might as well go. Everything's on the line now. Very aggressive, but he gets the first kill. Could he get the second kill to really keep his team on the line? Boy, with the flash. They're not trying to get any reaction just yet. And QX gets flashed, but he still gets a triple and a double kill. And Cherion is by himself in a 1v3 situation now. Slow and steady wins the race is what we all say. But Cherion will want to keep his team alive. But of course, unfortunately, the Boyle will be the better team in a 10-2 lead.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I just want to highlight the Boy, when he took that aim fight against Cherion, his movement was absolutely immaculate, completely destroying the spray pattern of Cherion there. He started the spray, and as you could see, he whiffed it a little bit going left and right. And that's because what happened is his Boy peeked in, and there's running accuracy with the M4, which allows you to move a little bit. So after he shot his first couple of bullets, he moved more and then continued shooting. And tracking with the AK is definitely a lot harder than with the M4. And yeah, what I'm trying to get at is the individual skill here for Arbor is now shining. These Danes, they're very tactical, but don't forget, they're also extremely skilled individually. And it'll be a headshot there from whipping onto QX, who's able to get the first kill there. And if they're able to get this pistol, you know, they can dare to dream. But it is a very important pistol run here for them, as 2 players are going to be rushing out through the smoke, and actually they managed to get one.
Getting that 1 kill, maybe this is what exactly they needed to keep this up. But Mouse is going for the backstab. He gets the 1. Could he get the second one? Is what they need. But Boy stops him already. Then, ooh! And whipping with the nice 1 tap. The entire production room is going crazy. And Stesso in a 1v4 situation. He is really caught in a dilemma. There's no room for him to really take the bomb anywhere. If he has to go to the B, but of course he's going to have to go for the A. He will go for the vent, but information's been given out. Stesso going to try to play aggressive, but Stesso gets the first kill.
He could do it.
And Wolfie's underneath. And Stesso, yeah. He's just playing games. He's just playing games. At this point, he's playing games. Oh no! No, this is devastating for Axins. Axins need to start converting. They need to start swinging. And Stesso gets number 1. It's a 1v1 situation against Wolfie. Wolfie knows what's on his line. He's gonna plant the bomb. Wolfie. He has the kit. He has the time. He has the essence. Slow and steady, Wolfie. You know Stesso does a ace. This is shocking for Axians. Axians lost this pistol round. Should have been theirs, but I think I'm lost for words.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was a real crumble there. You know, you got apple crumble, which is fairly sweet. You got cookie crumble, which is also sweet. This is probably one of the more sour and 8-cents crumble. It's a bit of a sour, maybe a bit of a salty taste with it as well. And this is actually, if you have a look, guys, they've taken a tactical timeout. Why? I would imagine, I mean, first of all, when you do this online, it's to tilt the opponent even more, right? In the LAN hall, they're sat approximately 3-4 meters far away from each other. So there's a big screaming competition. And I know Danish people love to scream, "Come now," you know? And
well, pause.
That means come now. And the thing is about these guys, right, is they do a big trash talking game. So I would assume the tactical pause was all just used to shout and not actually any tactics. But now, yeah, it goes from bad to worse. That force is gonna be required here from 8-cents, and they're gonna basically need to buy every round now to win this.
Exactly. It's to say, I don't want to be too negative. It's a mission across the board. You have to win back-to-back 9 rounds. This match reminds me, okay, Singh gets the first kill on Wolfie already. They're gonna try to switch guns, and Mouse, he tucked himself into lobby. But like I was saying earlier, this reminds me of the FaZe versus Liquid. 111, but Vigo takes that pass. I don't think that's going to be possible. Aber, a 3v2, a 3v5 situation now. They need to start doing some ball, start pull a miracle off.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting one because, like, just have a look at the kills for 8sins right now. They've only got a single player who's, no, honestly, I can't even say that. I thought I was going to say Dutchy's been doing an excellent job, but even he's struggling here. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Dutchy gets one, but yeah, nothing's working out the way they want it to work. And not a single player has broken double-digit kills yet. I mean, you've got a few players who are triple negative. You've got some players who are, double negative, and it's just been an absolute horror show for them.
Agreed. Honestly, it's really difficult, especially for 8sins to get themselves started, but showing to get their first kill. But yeah, I don't think it's no way. It's impossible now. Their economy is terrible. The money is not on their side. They have nothing to begin with. They have nothing to start off.
Yeah.
If they lose one more now, I feel like it's going to be the end of the road against this team. But especially, they haven't won much, right? They only won 2 rounds. The 2 rounds is all that they've won.
Yeah, absolutely. And now onto series point here. And this has been, by the way, a map pick here for 8sins, and they were confident enough to pick this after, they did a very good job, to tell you the truth, on Ancient. And I do wonder, is it an issue with vibes here? And they're trying to end it quick here. It's QX very quickly gone for a vent dive. 3 players down vent, and to top it off, boy, with a headshot onto Cherry and through the smoke. A push from Dutchy into lobby allows for him to maybe make this doable. And also dancing through the smokes with the guns being dropped. I think they've swapped places here. Boy, hold on a second. Is this a ninja that we've discovered? The bomb is down. And boy's actually... Oh! Yeah. He's just done an excellent job here. He's disguised everything, and now...
Is everything what this team needs, and ABBA land himself the 13-2 of what this team needed. ABBA was, of course, the better team. Then their 8s, unfortunately, congratulations to ABBA winning this. You know what's the funny thing about this team? That Nicholas, the man who runs this team, he even said to us, we will win. Yeah, we will win. Yep. But still, congratulations to 8sins. 8sins were overall the better team and the stronger team. And there's a lot to discuss, particularly on this nuke. They only won 2 rounds. So many things have gone wrong. So many close calls, especially that 1v2. That was Stesso pulled that off, calling the timeout after. I feel like there's a lot of questions that I wish we could have answered them. Unfortunately, sometimes in life, you can't get what you want and you can't really get it. So, like, look at this clip. Moss does go for the backside. Boyo gets it.
This clutch was insane, no?
Honestly, how he pulled it off of Dutchy, I think that's all he can do, try to keep him, get the team in the game. But I feel like end of the day, it was a mental game. It's not easy.
I mean, this clip here just describes it, doesn't it?
But look at this play. I feel like 8sins already knew it was game over. There was no chance for them to make it back. Boyo, of course, he's playing with the toys. He's playing with his food. But people, honestly, we still got to give congratulations to 8sins. They still did their best of the best. Unfortunately, I feel like it's a taste of reality of why I feel like 8sins need more international practice. Hopefully, we get to see them much more better in the next Epic LAN.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, like this 8sins guy, these guys, they've done. Listen, they did well. You know, they did well to get to this stage. It was always going to be difficult against the European opposition. And as I said before, this is simply just a step in the road for them. As I mentioned through the cast, like I mentioned previously, and lovely Jaff has also mentioned here, they need these games to improve against European competition, right? They don't get it that often because, Go Next are, and deservedly so, they monopolize all of the European competitions that are assigned to the UK. And yes, while 8sins do get some chance, it's nowhere near the same amount as Go Next. But overall, Alba, just an absolute masterclass on Nuke. And yeah, just serious stuff, man.
Yeah, and I agree. ABBA mitigate all the mistakes they could really make. And they punished 8sins.
Absolutely.
On the first map, I feel that's where everything went wrong. They couldn't be able to close the map down. So many things went wrong. And 8sins... It's a heartbreak. It really is a heartbreak to see this. But we got a very special guest coming up now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna come here, Granddad. Come here, mate. There you go. Let me pass the headset to this man.
Got in the room with us a very, very special guest, and he's got a big smile on his face. He's a bit red as well. I assume there's a lot of shouting. I'll let you introduce yourself.
My name is Mønten, but also called Money, and I manage AAB Esport. And I also work for the football club, doing a lot of other stuff, SoMe and web management and whatever.
Yeah.
But normally I'm also head of the department of the elite department in AAB Esport, and I really enjoy my job.
Yeah, definitely.
I do every day. So
I mean, I've been speaking to you around the LAN hall, but
yeah.
First of all, let's talk about the game a little bit. I'm sure you were there behind them and you were enjoying the match, right?
Yeah, of course.
Tell me about how are you feeling after your boys did so well.
Well, to be honest, me and my co-manager Mikael, we were thinking, what the fuck? Why are they picking Ancient? Seriously, we did, because we have been so good on Inferno, and it was like a real wild card for us to pick that map. But I know the guys love to play that map, but it's so 50-50 Ancient, because if you get the momentum, it's hard to break it.
For sure.
So, but we were behind, and some good clutches, some good energy, and some good feelings from the boys, and they pulled it back. Like the CT sides have been very good from us throughout the whole tournament, and to be honest, I didn't expect us. I expected us to lose the first map.
Yeah.
To be totally honest, but I knew coming into Nuke, it would be a different story, because I was like, why do the UK boys pick into Nuke? Don't they know who they're playing against?
Because CS, man.
Because Nuke is such a favorite map for us Danes. It's like our bread and butter. Even though we don't preg Nuke, we can still play a good match on Nuke every fucking time. So really good. But seriously, the thing I wanted to the most is to reach this part of the land where we are actually, like, in my opinion, we have won what we came for. We all the rest is just bonus now.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
It is. We came here to win, but we came here to be contenders.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I think we reached that point where everything is just a bonus now. So I really love the event, by the way. It's really nice. It's really nice.
And it's a pleasure to have you as well, for real. And just want to speak about some of the players. You've been telling me about him before. QX. Tell me a bit about him.
Yeah. The fun thing about QX is he started around the same time in the Danish Power League as a Sync.
Yeah.
We had Sync. I brought him up from, he was a nobody. My academy coach, Raven, got him in, and he was just a total, nobody knew who the fuck he was. But QX came in the same way. He was discovered by Ardi, a Danish player, has a team called Invicta playing in the first tier division.
Right.
And he basically picked him up in a premier game.
Yeah.
Like, out of the blue, and he just started playing Power League from 3rd division to 2nd division.
Wow.
And there's in the 3rd division there are 4 brackets, and the 2nd division there's 2 brackets.
Right.
Invicta won the 1 bracket, and we won the other. Like the 3rd bracket we won in the 3rd division, and then we won the 2nd bracket in both, and then we both in the 1st division with both. But both of them got scouted by me and Mikael, and I actually told him about Sync, and he came to Prezi after that.
Okay.
After many tryouts, but they were totally nobody knew about them, and they just got handed a contract like half year playing.
It's like a dream.
Yeah, it is. And QX is he's a monster. Yeah, he is. To be honest, one of the best players I ever worked with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I played with a lot. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of things, but QX he has snappy aim. He has a mind for us. He also calls a lot mid rounds.
So he's got a bit of leadership quality to him as well. Then.
Yeah, of course.
Wow. He full package.
Basically, when they play Inferno, Steso is just listening to QX, bossing him around. QX has a mind for the game, unlike any other, and he also got the aim and many other things as qualities.
Definitely.
The same with Sync. He's been the top 1 in EU on Faceit in CSGO. But he just played Faceit. He didn't do anything else, and suddenly he just comes. And if you do a 1.6 rating in the lower division in Denmark, somebody's going to look. I remember streaming the matches of our academy.
Yeah.
And every time Sync played, like, viewership just spiked. Because everybody just loved watching him.
The simple effect.
Yeah, exactly. He's a very, very good player. And Vigo... all the guys came from Prezi in some sense.
Yes.
All of them have been coached by Cillian, who is a Danish legend in my opinion. Yeah, Asger, he's so good. So 4 of the players have actually been coached and learned the game from Asilion. So they all know how to play the game together because they already have the structure for it.
Yeah.
They only played together for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. But they all come from the same system.
Yeah.
So it's easy to just plug in and play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it was awesome watching them, especially Steso, who's the new guy who hasn't played with the Prezi or any others.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about him because, I mean, to be honest, we did a bit of research on him and we saw his HLTV stats weren't that great. But listen, stats don't mean anything, right? We've just seen him in the game.
Especially when you're an anchor.
Yeah. And he's on fire this event. Yeah. Even the previous match against Iberian Soul, he was one of your key players for sure. Like, what is it? What's changed in him?
I think the structure around him, to be honest. Like, he's the most silent guy on the team, but you can't have 5 yabbers on the team. You need someone to be silent and just be locked in sometimes. And if you have an anchor that's just communicant bare minimum, it doesn't clutter the comms so much. But he's so good in clutch situation. Like, you can just see it, instinct driven, does the right thing all the time. Like the 1 versus 5, what the... like where did they come? I was standing behind him and I was like, okay, he's gonna do this. What?
I want to ask about that because immediately after the 1 versus 5, there was a tactical pause. And listen, I'm not stupid. I know that you guys.
Shouting.
Yeah.
And he stand up and we all just hugged him. It was so crazy because that put the nail in the coffin from the map because. Let's be honest, Nuke. We love playing Nuke, but Nuke is a very CT-sided map. If especially us, so we wanted a good score coming into the T side, and the pistol round was important for not breaking our momentum. And if they have won that round, maybe they could come back a little and take an inch by inch, But certainly when Steso clutched that, it was over.
Yeah, for sure.
They were broken.
Yeah.
But props to the 8sense guys. The 8sense guys, they have been a good sport.
Yeah.
And talked to them before the game and after the game, and they are very good guys.
Absolutely.
I really like them.
And that's a perfect segue into what I wanted to ask you. First talk about 8sense. 8sense, you were telling me before you don't know what to expect with them. You've never really seen them much, and to be honest, that's because they don't get into many European competitions.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's hard to say because I only see it from our perspective. But if the Nuke map, they need some work.
Yeah.
Nuke is all about baiting rotations and making the CTs making mistakes on the rotation.
Absolutely,
so you can get space. Because if you don't take the secret control early and get deeper commitments into it, it's very hard for the team to take the space they need. And I think the executes on A were not that good, to be honest. They didn't have proper spacing. They didn't have proper momentum coming into the sides and stuff like that. But on Ancient, I actually was impressed.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they took the control in what you call it, the lane, and the mid, and they committed to it. And they did a lot of the good things. But Ancient is such a meta-heavy map, it's meta. You can't play. You can only condition by doing A rushes all the time, so you can take the pressure off the lane and the mid.
Yeah.
And it's just such a map that it's all about knowing when to do the A rushes and trying to start the mind games on Ancient, or else you are locked in a the same round every round. But just Ancient is just such a map. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's just who has the best game, but I think the comeback is our bread and butter because we know we can compete against the best. So it was very fun to watch, and it was a great, emotional game. First, because I knew coming into Nuke, if we got a good start on CD side, it was over.
Yeah, for sure.
And Inferno, we've been good on that map too. So I was like, if you win Ancient, it's over.
Yeah, and that's great to hear. And then I'd also like to ask you, Epic Clan.
Yeah.
Is it your first time here?
Yes.
How are you finding it overall, the vibes, and
Yeah.
maybe other teams you've noticed and the people?
It's very different compared to the Danish scene, not in a bad way, but usually when we have lands, it's also for the kids. Yeah, usually when I go with the club, I also have a lot of kids with me.
Really?
I can't go drink a beer like here, in the match I drink a beer and enjoy it because my nerves were just, so. The event is crazy. Got a lot of good people, a lot of passion, and a lot of great banter. I love the banter here.
UK banter.
I have no voice left almost because I just yelled at the 8 Cents guys every time they did a mistake or, it was such fun event. And great evenings and the social gatherings. I've been sleeping on a mattress here and
the real Epic Line experience.
Yeah, the full Epic because my Airbnb was a total hoax. But enough about that. But it was great being here. It's great guys, great community you have here. And I can do a lot of parallels to the Danish scene in total, but the Danish scene is something else.
For sure, yeah.
We got boarding schools who,
wow.
Two of my players I have coached since they were for 2 years now. They started at level 6, now they are top 1,000 in EU, and they're going to boarding school with, they have a partnership with Mouse Esport.
Okay.
So, the structural association in Denmark is just completely different. We have the grassroots roots there, and I think that's what UK lacks, Many of the guys here, they start at 13 and, they come to this land. But I got 8-year-olds I coach. I got a 10-year-old who's level 10. Yeah, you don't have that in
I was
UK.
that good when I was younger.
Yeah. So it's very different, but it's not a bad thing. But I think the UK scene has a lot of potential to grow because the passion is here.
Yes.
The good people are here. So I would love coming back here. The only thing is the money, you have to pay a lot to come here.
True,
but it was worth it in the end. It was a magnificent venue also.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, don't let me keep you from celebrating with your team. I mean, if you want, you can say something to some of your fans back home or anything you like.
Can I do it in Danish? Is it okay?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Why not?
Thank you guys. Mange tak, fordi I ser med og følger med i AAB's rejse her. Vi har virkelig et ønske om at lave noget stort og være med, hvor det gælder. Og jeg synes virkelig, det her det er et rigtig godt skridt den vej, så I skal blive ved med at supporte os, hjælpe os, støtte os og gøre det, I gør bedst, fordi at den danske scene er på vej tilbage, og vi vil gerne være i førersædet med det. Mange tak, fordi I så med, og tak, fordi I støtter os. Det er jeg virkelig glad for. Thank you so much.
Kom nu.
Yeah, come nu.
Well, thank you very much, and best of luck for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I take this off and just...
Feel free. Yeah. And we'll invite back Jafar. And absolutely wonderful words there from Nicholas, who's got lots of passion, and hopefully we'll see more from him soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think this will be the end of the road for me. Fortunately, my first Epic Line, everything went according to plan. Unfortunately, a lot of realities I had to touch. Amazing production. Thank you, man. This guy's a legend. Personally, first time doing CS. But you can still check on my socials. Hopefully, I'll be back the next Epic Line. But honestly, guys, thank you so much. This has been an amazing tournament. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Make sure you stay tuned to the next upcoming match. And tomorrow's the grand final. So if you're not there, be there. So you guys having a good day. It was great seeing you guys. And hope I can see you guys around. And thank you, production. I love
Thank you. We'll catch you guys for the next match.
I'm out.